Coronation Street's Richard Hillman makes chilling return 21 years after his death. There was a sinister comeback on Coronation Street on Christmas Eve, as Richard Hillman returned after 21 years. The killer, played by actor Brian Capron, was back on the cobbles 2 decades on from his eerie demise. The villain drowned after trying to kill wife Gail Platt and her children in 2003. Everyone but Richard was rescued, while Richard had also killed and attempted to kill other residents before he met a grisly end. Ahead of Gail's exit from the ITV soap, Christmas Eve's episode saw a dark twist air. As the episode came to an end, someone terrified Gail, who had fallen asleep on the sofa. She spotted a man going through a cupboard and demanded he revealed himself to her. The mystery man was dripping wet, and soon a familiar voice was heard talking to her. He soon turned around, and it was none other than Richard. But why is he there, and what does he want with Gail? Actor Brian reprised the dark role for the sinister scenes as part of Helen Worth's exit storyline. It obviously isn't a permanent comeback, as Richard really is dead. Viewers will have to tune in on Christmas Day to see what comes of it, and why he's there ahead of Gail leaving for good. Richard appeared to look how he did after his demise, following his drowning in 2003. He was dripping wet from head to toe, his hair and face were soaked, and he had what looked like moss or leaves stuck on him. He simply said, "Hello, Gail," leaving her utterly terrified. It's been revealed that he returns for the Christmas Day episode and tries to persuade her not to go ahead with her marriage to Jesse. But what will she do? On his big comeback after 2 decades, actor Brian said, "It was a lovely experience. They'd written a very clever scene. It's a very tricky thing to bring a character back from the dead, but I think the writers thought very carefully about how to do it, and they've come up trumps. For me, it's got the right kind of dark humor, which there always was with Richard Hillman, which I love, but also a slight hint of menace. I thought they balanced it perfectly. I think we have a very special relationship, which is why the Hillman storyline worked out so beautifully. I never wanted it to look like he was a really bad, horrible person, so we worked very hard on making it a very loving relationship. It gave a lot of dimension to the character, thanks to Helen, so it was great to be back with her for the day. Gail is set to depart after 5 decades on Christmas Day, after Helen quit the role earlier this year. Helen explained it felt right to bow out after 50 golden years on the soap, as one of the show's most popular and famous characters. As one of the show's longest-serving cast members, she decided to move on from the show months ago, while it was only confirmed in June. Helen said, "This year felt like the perfect time to leave the show after celebrating 50 years in the most wonderful job on the most wonderful street in the world. I made the decision at the start of the year and spoke to the producers, who were very kind and understanding. I have been truly blessed to have been given the most incredible scripts week in, week out, and to have worked with fantastic actors, directors, and a brilliant crew. The past 50 years have flown by, and I don't think the fact that I am leaving has quite sunk in yet."